up, my got the hoopla all fly. He must be really nice guy vibe with you by my side. Angelic voice box making strides. Way too much talent to just not defy. Rock keys with ease, overseas what we read. Misfeed will indeed cause crowds to stampede. It's like you slip, make your move.
The funny story about us and Joe Kickass is we grew up in the same place, the same hometown, Zoetermeer. It's in the west of Holland, near The Hague. Somehow a friend of Joe Kickass met up with Chris and gave him the mixtape.
After 2 months, R.J. came to me, another friend of mine, and he asked me, "Did you ever heard about Joe Kickass, this rapper? He found it on the internet or something." So then I realized that's the same CD as what I got lying on my desk, right?
I knew he was doing music and I was doing my own stuff, mostly throwing parties, DJing, that kind of stuff. And then we sort of lost touch for a while.
Yeah, so we started listening to it together, and I was really amazed by the quality of the sound, actually, you know.
I was blown away. I was seriously amazed at like a kid from Zoetermeer, where we all are from, is like doing this kind of shit. So I was really impressed.
This guy is really good, you know. He's from the same hometown as we are. We don't know him, but let's just contact him, you know, see what we can do.
I think all three of us were like, we gotta seriously work with this dude because there's like so much talent and potential here.
Autograph, mister, style switch the picture. He used to be quicker with the scrippies, now he's richer. Fly with these fixtures, a finger looking sick and neck must in the mixture, equipped with brick thick and riches. Quick hiccups from his long sleeve sweater.
Well, when he first came to my place in Zoetermeer, he told me that he was recording all his vocals under an umbrella with a blanket over it. So this functioned as a recording booth, yeah? So our first reaction was with Jaap, my colleague from Killing Skills, was like, okay, so if we're gonna record the track, you're coming with your umbrella and your blanket, and you're coming, you know, we're gonna record it this way, you know? And that's how we recorded the track Black Coffee. That's the first track we did.
It starts bigger, making us harsh figures. Is there a zombie in the house? Say what my fault triggers. No response, the spark quivers. It's stuck in your mind because I wrote it on long stickers.
His accent was really good for a Dutch guy rapping in English.
Like how pure it sounded. Like really, it sounded really like how hip hop is supposed to sound.
The hip hop Joe makes sort of takes the positive message and the warm vibe and influences from jazz, soul, and that kind of stuff from the old school hip hop, like mostly mid-90s hip hop.
It has the feeling of old school. It's not all 808 beats, you know, but it's really got a touch of new school hip hop with electronics and with other styles. It's really wide. It's not limited to one genre of music.
Waar de fuck gaan we heen dan?
Wat was het? Hellepoort?
Hellepoort, Westerborg.
We gaan naar de Hellepoort, naar de Duivel. We gaan naar de Duivel.
Clipshoot. Clipshoot. Dag 4 inmiddels.
24.
Dag 3 te veel.
Dag 3 te veel is het.
Volgende clip gaan we in 1 dag schieten, komt helemaal goed.
Spit rivers, grab your canoeing, put pedal to the meadow and clang on these ruins. Flash my influence, teach all them youngsters, spat out my fluids, breathe out the mustard.
Joe Kickass is probably one of the most motivated and onto it musicians I've met. And I would call him a musician because I think he thinks about his music in all aspects, not just in the rap and the melody itself.
Well, when we first met, he told me that he was also doing the beats himself, and or together with Bauke, his friend at the time who he was making beats with together.
He really thinks about what is hip-hop, but on the other hand, he's a really ordinary guy, you know. He's a really, like you would say, a regular Joe.
Er staat een kankergrote satelliet achter je. Als je het even weet.
Take aspects that people experience every day and put that into really amazing lyrics or stories. And that's really what is coming out of this new album. It's really relatable.
And it's about Joe, who's not trying to present himself as a wannabe rapper or rapping about stuff that really doesn't matter, you know. It's about Joe this time, so he wants to present himself as a, well, as a normal person.
Gloom of light overshadows with a barrel. Handle with cat rap with the air of a pharaoh. Arrest me for being pesky with the fat beats that narrow. The gap rockin' heavy with them petty medleys and carols. Back to eagle vision within a sparrow. Musical decisions made from the bone and marrow with a bow and arrow. Bullseye, it's the bullseye. Laid upon
What Joe always says is, like, the average Joe kicks ass. Like, we see all these artists, like, larger than life. Kanye is God now, apparently. But Joe's like a keep it real kind of guy.
I really like the idea of the new album title, The Average Joe. Working with Joe, he's not big-headed at all. He's just all about the music and all about supporting the people around him to make the best outcome.
And I think he's trying to reflect that on his new album. If you listen to the topics, it's a little bit more personal, a little bit more emotion into it. What he's trying is to make the people see he's just an average Joe, you know, he's just like everybody else.
With the artwork for the new album, we're just trying to create an elaborate illustration that sort of shows how all these different stories make up the whole Joe Kickass adventure, basically. So there's really like narratives in there. It's not just like random artwork. Everybody is the same in a sense. But the idea was that we built up the average Joe out of all these small like illustrations they're all like stories, and like you might not know a person, but every person has like a gazillion of these stories that makes up the person that they are. Their character of every random average Joe is made up of so many stories that we decided, like, let's show the average Joe that Joe is, but made up out of the specific stories that make Joe the man who he is.
Then the vortex are from the S where I had to recruit.
My name is O.S.T.R. I'm from Poland. I represent Polish hip-hop. I'm producer and MC. I'm producing with a Dutch group called Killing Skills, and I'm MCing with Polish group called Tabasco. For me, Joe is a kind of a visionary. He always built his tracks in his mind, and one of the most hardcore MCs with beat selection.
My ego got some mileage in his meter. Sophisticated not to put our minds in the ether. Real talk, not about to go to Sego. Still I communicate my chaos with Crayon. In the room full of cubicles, I'm rather like Joe truly unsuitable.
Being difficult in studio is one of the most perfect situations that you can get from you, because this type of person is Joe. Yeah, he always seen some competition in studio, and it makes him better from year to year. We get together like that. We see the music in colors. You know what I mean? That some sounds are red, green, blue, yellow, whatever, and we recognize the same colors in the music. And that's how we make the copycats.
Nobody can stop me, nobody that's sloppy to go properly copy. I stole a lot of my moxie, roll whatever is foxy. Stole whether it's copy flow or scroll every box of poems or pull letters and sloppy Joe. A new regime without you schemes and storming you. The new kid on the block without the 5 faggots.
Well, the most crazy story, basically, that was Warschau.
Really 2 minutes before the show was supposed to start, could you maybe fill in the gaps where he is supposed to rap? And Joe didn't know any of the tracks, he didn't know anything about the build-up of the show, nothing.
And then O.S.T.R. was like, okay, this is how we're gonna do it. He's gonna spit first, then you, and then that, and after the next song, I'll just give you some signal. We'll figure it out, all right. But what lyrics do we spit over that? Yeah, let's try that one. Yeah, no, this one fits better with the beat. Okay, fuck it, we're gonna do this song, right. Ready? Yes, go, wait. Microphones. We don't have microphones. So like, we had to get like stage hands to throw us some mics and just run on stage.
And he just said, okay, we're gonna do it. And he did it and they fucking nailed it. You know, it was a fucking amazing show.
The whole show with them, like for 1 hour, 1.5 hours, I don't know how long it lasted, but shit was amazing.
I think that moment changed everything for him too, man. That was like something, he released something. And then he wasn't afraid anymore.
One of the best showcase groups I ever seen in my life, yeah. Amazing hip-hop showcase, amazing one. I can compare it with EMC or that type of shit, man. Amazing, amazing.
I really enjoyed performing with Joe in Poland for the first time, and to do their show with Joe Kickass really, that was for me really a big step.
The second album was like a real ride to get there.
The group we are in, like with me, Chris, Joe and RJ on stage, is a really a tight crew of the musicians, talented people, but also friends that are really comfortable in dealing with each other and to give a good show.
Now we're trying to also incorporate the story in the music itself. I think, yeah, it's taking the old with the new. That's Joe Kickass, but never forgetting where hip hop's from.
I want to thank everybody out here for coming. Thank you very much. Okay, I got one question. Should we do one more? One more? I said one more. Hey, Joe!
Got my man Joey Kickass, you know what I'm saying, representing the Netherlands, putting it down. It's your man, the Godfather noise. Cool, that's what we do, man. We hip hop all day. Just an average bloke, working hard to be more than average show.
You better stop and listen. Got samples to go, damage control. Working on show, call me Average Joe.